Hey everybody, we're back. I got me a new t-shirt. Well, it's not a new t-shirt, but it's blunted. Joey over there, he sent me out a t-shirt and wanted to make sure that we got it. And I like to rep, brands that look out for me. We're trying to work out a deal with these guys to bring their products into our wholesale. So right now I'm trying to work on some things to get them in there. They have a wonderful product. Their blunts they're all hemp blunts, flavored blunts, and some of them they're non-flavored, but they all have a glass tip. They even have a white label service, but we'll talk about that later at a later date. But they are a wonderful group. And if you're looking for something like that, hit me up in the comment down below, and I will reach out to them and put you two together and see what's up. But anywhere you find a blunted cone, you found a quality product. I can promise you that. Those boys care about what they're doing, and they do it well. All right, so today, don't forget though. Don't forget, still got the books, and still got over on Amazon. I still got all the guides over on ChadWadeTV.com. Come on, man, try to help us out and support the channel a little bit and see what you can do for us so that we can do more for you. Let's get started on this. I got another email for us today. It looks like there's some landlord issues. That sucks. And apparently some threats of eviction. Somebody done something wrong. Okay, here's the subject line. Check it out. My landlord is trying to kick me out. Help. Help me, Chad. That's always terrible when they start that way, ain't it? It's always terrible. I'm about to lose my mind. I've been renting my shop space for almost a year, and my lease says I'm good until the end of next year. Well, if you got a lease. But now my landlord is trying to evict me early. He says that customers hanging around outside the shop are causing problems and making other tenants complain. Well, are they out there smoking the shit? Out there in front of are you selling flour and they're smoking out there, and the other tenants don't realize that that's lawful, but it's kind of not out there in public. I always tell my customers to respect the property, and I've even put up signs asking them not to loiter. But now the landlord is acting like he can just kick me out whenever he wants. You got a lease, and depending on how the lease is written, he may have a leg to stand on as well, though, because if you become a nuisance, and it may be in your lease, he can evict your ass. He can. Trust me. He can do it, or she can do it, whatever they are. Chances are it's run by a management company who is going to enforce the rules. Okay. Can he even do that? Yes. Yes, he can if it's in the lease, and chances are it is. Do you have the lease? Have you read the lease? You should probably get an attorney, which you should have on your team anyway, and you should ask them, can he do this? And they're going to say, yeah, he can probably, if he's got a real lease. Now, if he's got some old bullshit lease that's standard boiler point, lease, maybe not. May not say that. And do you have renewal options? Do you, can he, you need to read your lease. You need to let an attorney read your lease, and then they can explain to you if he can. They may even also be able to do some mediation where, they can call up his attorney and your attorney, and they can get together and explain the situation. Once they're outside the store, you can't make them, but you're kind of drawing them in there. And so they're sitting out front, thumping it up and making the cones and, passing it around and creating a nuisance and, loitering and throwing their trash down, with your candy bar wrappers or your, soft drinks or bottled waters or whatever. And they're just making a fucking mess and causing all kinds of havoc. And if they are, man, yeah. Are you getting out there and cleaning up after them? Are you stepping outside and saying, hey, y'all, I can't have you lauder here. They're going to call the fucking police and there's going to be a problem. And, are you discussing this with your clientele? If not, Kind of is a nuisance. Do I have any rights to fight this? Well, it just kind of depends on what your lease says. If I get evicted, I don't know if I can afford to move and rebuild somewhere else. Thanks. Tegan. Doesn't tell me her name of her shop or nothing. No state, no nothing. Just Tegan. Thanks, Tegan. I'm not making fun of you. That's a nice name. It's very nice. Very androgynous name. Could be a boy, could be a girl. Either way, whatever. Who cares? Tegan, you're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to go headlong into this, and you're going to have to, hey, shoo. Maybe you need to open up the door just a little bit and shoot some bear mace out at them and just run these fuckers off, right? Run your customers off. No, don't do that. You walk out there simply, right? Really stop. You walk out there simply and you say, hey guys, I can't have you standing around out here. The landlord's up my ass. He's going to shut us down. There's no loitering. It's clearly printed here. They can call the police, and who knows what's going to happen then. I don't want problems for you guys. You got to move on. I really would appreciate it if you could help me with that. And usually, man, most of them will. Now, if you do get some fucking hardheads, maybe you call the man and say, hey man, there's something sketch going on out here. I need you to come by. These people, I don't know what they're doing. They come in, bought some things. Now they're outside. I don't know what they're doing, but they're just standing around. Something looks weird. That is kind of snitching, and hopefully that won't cause you any problems. But on the other hand, you don't want to be a fucking evicted. So it kind of is what it is, right? So make a move. I am saying that you do got to help the landlord help you. So, but I'd talk to an attorney, hand them this, they'll look it over. It's free consultation. And if they have to do any work, then, chances are that's going to cost some money. But it sure beats having to move this motherfucker and get evicted and maybe put on the blacklist, because if it's a management company, other management companies talk to management companies, and next thing you know, you're not getting a shop no more. You're hit. You have to move out of the city. All right, guys, that's what I got, man. I hope Tegan can get this worked out. It don't look good, Tegan. If you don't get in there and put in some work yourself and try to move these people along and, scoot them on down to where they need to be, which is at their spot to smoke it up, not in front of the store. It ain't that kind of party. Let them know. Okay. It's not that kind of party. All right, guys, that's what I got for right now, man. Get out there, be good to each other, be safe, but more important, take care of business. Tegan, take care of business. Tell these people, shoo, thank you for coming in, but vaya con Dios. Let them know. That's what's up. All right, y'all. Have a good day. See you next time. Bye.